Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And this evening I'm continuing my top 10 list. I started with the year I was born, 1978, and I am doing my top 10 movies starting from 1978, going up to and leading through 2018. And as I said in previous videos, I won't be completing my top 10 movies of 2018 until I see a few more that I wanted to see. Bumblebee, Aquaman, Mary Poppins Returns, and I think there's maybe one more, A Star is Born. After I see those, I'll definitely get around to starting that list. But for right now, we're going to start with my top 10 movies of 1998. And before I get into the top 10, I have some honorable mentions. And they are Night at the Roxbury, Blade, Can't Hardly Wait, The Odd Couple 2, The Big Lebowski, and A Simple Plan. All great movies, just couldn't make my top 10. But at number 10, we have Mulan. Mulan's a great animated movie about a young woman who is tired of being told she can't do anything that a man can do. So she sets out to prove herself against all the other men that fight. And she does a tremendous job. This is a great story. The animation's great. Eddie Murphy as the dragon is hilarious. And this is just a sweet movie. I heard there's a sequel, which I haven't seen yet, but I love this movie, and it's definitely one of my favorite animated movies of all time. Coming to number 9 is Saving Private Ryan. Coming to number 8 is Lethal Weapon 4. Now, this sequel gets a love and hate relationship with audience and critics members alike. For me personally, I love this movie. It's funny. We've added some more characters with Chris Rock, and we have a new villain played by Jet Li, he's just badass in this movie. And the fight scene between him, Murtaugh, and Riggs is freaking awesome. And this sequel takes us to where Rianne and Murtaugh's oldest daughter are both pregnant, and they're both looking to get married. But the secret is they don't know who Rianne's father is, as far as the father of the child. It turns out to be Chris Rock, who is an officer with his soon-to-be father-in-law, and it's just a lot of laughs. Of course, Joe Pesci is back. Rene Russo plays Riggs' soon-to-be wife, and it's just a lot of fun. It's about the smuggling of immigrants into the country, and it's just a blast. I love this sequel, and I would really love to see another one, or maybe just do a reboot. Coming number 7 is The Faculty. The Faculty is a great horror movie. It's about this alien race that takes over this high school. Basically wants to take over the Earth, but it starts off in the high school. But they know there's something weird going on, but they don't know who's responsible. And when I first watched this movie, I was really shocked to find out who it was. But it's still a great watch to this day. It came out around the same time as the Halloween movie did, and Josh Hartnett was in both and did a great job. But yeah, The Faculty is number 7. Number 6 is The Waterboy. The Waterboy is one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, and I love the comedy. Him being a water boy, it's so funny. You have Henry Winkler as a coach of the Mud Dogs, who are a disgrace to college football. And when they find out that Bobby Boucher, played by Sandler, can play some ball, especially on the defensive end. That's when they start winning games and having a lot of fun. Um, I believe Kathy Bates is his mama in the movie. Um, but you got great cameos, especially from Rob Schneider. I love when he does the cameos in Sandler movies. This movie's a lot of fun, and I love the two main characters because he's got a love for his mama, and then he's got a love for Vicky Valancourt, uh, who she is pretty sweet in this movie. But it's a lot of fun, and yeah, like I said, you have cameos from some WWF wrestlers too. But yeah, the Water Boy comes in number 6. Number 5 is Rush Hour. This is what got it all started. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Um, they're looking to find out, um, you know, they ask, they asked Inspector Lee to come over and help with trying to track down the daughter who was kidnapped of the Chinese diplomat that lives there in the United States. And uh, there's some twists in this movie, but the comedy is on point, and this is one of the greatest buddy cop movies of all time, in my opinion. It's a lot of fun. I love the sequels, and I hope they do another one. Number 4 is Vampires. Yes, this is a very underrated John Carpenter movie called Vampires. It's a very simple plot. You have these vampire hunters who hunt down each covenant, and they're always looking for the master when they go to do these raids. Well, they end up raiding one house too many, and the master comes looking for them and basically just tears the hell out of the team that was doing the hunting, except for a couple. And so they're on the road and racing against time to not only rebuild their team, but to stop um, this master vampire from completing the ceremony to where he can walk during the day and night. It's a lot of fun. The makeup effects in this movie is badass, and the master uh, vampire in this movie is badass. I love this movie. Definitely check it out. Number 3 is There's Something About Mary. This is an hilarious comedy with Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz, Matt Dillon. You have a cameo with Brett Favre. Basically, it's a simple story where Ben Stiller and Diaz are both in high school, and prom's coming up, and so he asks her to prom, and of course she says yes. He's got braces on his teeth. He looks really goofy, but that's how he looked during his actual high school year. And so he goes to pick her up, asks to use the restroom. He ends up getting his junk caught in the zipper, which is just hysterical. And then from there, many years later, he's on the hunt to try and track her down and hires this private investigator played by Matt Dillon to find her. But then he starts to have an attraction to her, and all hell breaks loose in this movie. But it's a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the best comedies in the 90s and worth being in the number 3 spot, in my opinion. Number 2, I just mentioned this when I talked about The Faculty, but it's Halloween H20, or 20 years later. Some people like to call it H2O, but it is 20 years later, and you pick up with Jamie Lee Curtis's character, who has changed her name. It's no longer Laurie Strode. She changed her name to go into hiding to stay away from Michael. Well, we find that Michael is looking for a way to find out where she is. He ends up finding her at this private school, and not only is she the headmaster, but her son goes there, played by Josh Hartnett. And him and 3 of his friends decide to stay behind and have a private Halloween party instead of going to Yosemite. And from there, Michael is after her son because he is 17 years old, the same age that she was in 1978. And this is a really good sequel. It would have been the greatest final touch to a series, um, but they had to go in and ruin it. I'm not going to talk about that movie because it pisses me off, but this was a very good sequel. And the score was okay. It's not one of the best scores. The first 15-20 minutes of this movie is phenomenal, um, but it kind of loses a little something when they go out to California. But nonetheless, this should have been the ending to a great series. Instead, we got crap afterwards in Resurrection. But yeah, Halloween Age 20 is number 2. Number one movie from 1998 is Wild Things. Wild Things is a backstabbing thriller movie that has a great cast. Um, you have Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, Bill Murray. The two leading ladies in this movie, I forget their damn names. Um, Nev Campbell is one of them. I know that. I can't remember the other one. But anyway, Matt Dillon's character, he is a guidance counselor at this high school, and he's being accused of sexual misconduct or rape of one of his students. And from there, it's one twist after another. It spirals out of control. There's so much backstabbing in this movie, and I love the way it ends. Oh my God. The last 20 minutes of this movie, I kid you not, so many things change. And yeah, this is just a blast of a movie. Very underrated in my opinion. I think critics were mixed with this movie, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, damn, this is a good thriller. A suspenseful thriller at that. So definitely check out Wild Things if you haven't seen it. You will not be disappointed. And so there you have it. Those are my top 10 movies of 1998. In the comment section below, give me your top 10 movies of 1998. If you don't have a top 10, then just name a few that you love from 1998. And did you agree with my list? Let me know in the comment section below as well. And as always, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for all the content. And like I said, I do top 10s, rankings, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and trailer reviews. And don't forget to like this and give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to share these videos with all your family and friends. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And check you later.